breath in and out. Take another deep breath in and let go. Keep your eyes closed and be here in the present moment totally. Right here, let go all the thoughts. Just be here and fill your heart with gratitude for God or for the Guru or for anyone, whoever evokes gratefulness in you. The person does not matter. Your gratitude is more important. He or she has given me so much. I am not even worthy of this. Experience that fullness, that love in your heart. Dissolve yourself in the gratitude, not in the words. Keep the words aside, keep the mind aside. What would I be without him or her? Dissolve in that gratefulness. Be here, completely here. Let the gratitude expand and fill this entire room. Let it burst out of you. Radiate that love and gratitude in all the four directions. What am I really worthy of? All that I have is yours. After radiating the gratitude out, all that remains is just peace. Stay in that peace. Maintain it. Don't let the thoughts soil it. Just be in that peace. This silence that you are experiencing now is the isness, the present moment. Be here now. Observe carefully. Does this isness get destroyed by external noise? Yes or no? Louder. Does it get destroyed? Did you just create it? Or was it always there? It was always there, right? That which was never born, but was always there and cannot be destroyed. That is the present moment, the isness. That is peace personified. It is full of love. Just be in that peace. Again and again, bringing yourself away from those thoughts that distract you and just getting established in the peace itself is called Surati. Remembrance of who I am. I am this peace. I am this quietude, this fullness of love. This fullness of love is the base, the source. Everything originates from here. The mind will keep taking you away and you keep coming back and establish in that peace. Just be. Just be. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And when you feel complete, very slowly and gradually taking your own time, open your eyes. Good. Yes, you got it? How from the bhava so easily some of us can go into that feeling of fullness and peace. If this happened to you, this is your path. Always go through bhava. That will take you deeper. Guru Nanak Dev Ji paved this path so beautifully. And he said, if you don't have the bhava, whatever you do, you keep singing, you keep doing your japa, nothing is going to happen. So what is the most important thing? That bhava in the heart. Yes, that feeling of fullness. Doesn't that gratitude take you to an entirely different plane? Again and again, recognize that this world is full of Maya and that Maya only brings dukkha to me. However outwardly pleasurable it seems, however pleasing money sounds, it finally brings dukkha to me. Yes? So nothing in this external world, whether people, situations or things, can satiate that inner thirst. I'm thirsting for that peace and I can never find it here. When you are convinced, then you can close your eyes and change your direction. Our problem is, our direction is this. And we keep thinking, yeah, okay, one day I'll get there. One day, but not today. If you keep postponing it, will you ever get there? No, na? So, really stop postponing this search. The direction is wrong. When you are looking in the direction of the material world, the word in Hindi is vimukh. You are in the opposite direction of God. Your back is facing God. Yeah? You turn inwards. Turn to the correct direction. Then only can your thirst be satiated. You only have a feeling that you're thirsty for money or you're thirsty for power or you're thirsty for friends. This is just a conditioning because other people are doing that. So yes, she seems happy on the outside because she has so much money, so I should also run behind that Mercedes car. Or he is very happy because he has attained the position of a president or whatever CEO. He looks happy, so that will bring me happiness, and then we start running. This is all conditioning. Yeah? We have to recognize that our minds are conditioned, and we have to make that effort of recognizing this direction is wrong. We are vimukh. Yeah? We have to turn around and face God. Move in the direction of God. Clear? That is the beauty of Japji. So, I told you the story yesterday how Japji started, right? How it happened. Yeah? He went into the river. Mardana kept looking for Guru Nanak Dev Ji and he was nowhere to be found. He was in the river for
3 days.
Why does it take 3 days? Why 3 days? Why 3 has such an importance?
3 gunas are everything.
Why 3 days? Come on, somebody must have heard that story along with me in a Gurdwara. Come on, tell me. Even when somebody dies at home, what do? 3 days there is this thing that you do, and on the 3rd day also you have a ceremony where you serve the food that was tasty for that person who passed away. You keep that diya, you do a particular puja. Why is 3 days important?
Because that's how much time it takes for you to transcend to the other realm.
Yeah, now let's go one level deeper. If it takes 3 days to transcend, what is holding on for 3 days?
Oh,
Ego.
Ego. The ego takes 3 days to die. It is not ready to let go of I and mine. And where are your bags? Where is your big bag of ego? Show me. Whose bag is full? Very sincere. Super sincere. Very good. अभी sincerity आई नहीं. अभी ego बहुत क्लास कर रहा है. Holding on too tight yet. So after enlightenment or after death, ego takes 3 days to die. That is why 3 has this significance so much. 3 days has this significance so much.
Is this 3 day for everyone? Like whose ego is very strong and whose ego
Yeah,
is so
yeah.
sensitive?
Finally, 3 days may you give up. Yeah. There are some people who don't give up, and then they are those bhatakti atmas. Their bad luck. Their ego is the cause of them hanging on into the samsara even when the body has left. So they are the most unhappy souls. Dropping the ego naturally gives birth to humility, and it blossoms in us. So it is in our hands, no? It's not in somebody else's hands. It is in our hands to recognize, oh, I am a control freak. Oh, I am perfectionist, or I am bugging somebody else with my stories. I have to say one sentence and I say 10 paragraphs, and the person is, can you come to the point, please? Yeah? What is this? I, mine, I like to hear myself speak. Ego. Recognize where your ego comes up. And put its head down. Put its head down. Again and again, soften yourself. A person who is humble inside feels very soft inside. You feel very relaxed and peaceful. A person who is very egoistic, how does he feel inside? Very hard, very stiff. You look at him also, he's like this. There's no smile on the face. A person like that cannot even bring himself to smile easily. Because inside there is no joy. Yeah, there's no innocence. What does ego really kill in you?
Innocence.
Awesome.
Yeah? That innocence gives you softness. And that innocence is killed by the ego. So path of bhakti is what? Really? What is the bottom line of bhakti? Surrendering the ego. Till the time I am there, you cannot be there. Prem gali ati sankari. Tame dau na samai. The path of love is very narrow. It does not have space for two. There is only one. Till the time that one is I, can Guru or God come there? This I has to die. This I has to surrender. And then there is just you. Whoever you believe in, your God, Guru, Guru Nanak Dev, Krishna, Rama, Allah, whoever, it doesn't matter. Wherever your ego bows down, that is God for you. Very simple. So even if it is your wife, it's good. Yeah? This path is very special. A bhakt needs a relationship with God. Have you realized that? A bhakt either wants to be in love with God, a beloved. Yeah? So Meera was in love with Krishna. Or a bhakt wants to be, the son or the daughter. Yeah? So then Jesus Christ becomes the father. Yeah? A bhakt always wants to establish a relationship. Sometimes a bhakt wants to take care of God. And that's why you have Bal Gopal and you're doing the jhula and taking care of cleaning and all those things. So a bhakt needs a relationship because he's so much in the heart, no? He needs a relationship. Yeah? But a person in the head will be too conflicted. Oh, relationships are where the drama is. Yeah? He does not understand relationships. So if you are a person of the head, don't push it. Just try and understand how a bhakt is in this session. That's all. Clear? So we'll start with how Japji Sahib really started. Now after 3 days, Guru Nanak Dev Ji emerged from that river. Yes? And when he emerged out of that river, the first words that he said were Japji Sahib. Ek Omkar he starts with. So we will do the Mool Mantra. There is a Mool Mantra and then Pauris. So just understand the word. Pauri means a stanza. Mool Mantra is, what do you call in a song? Chorus and verse?
Antra and Mukda.
Antra and Mukhda. Yeah, that's what only Hindi I know. So
Sthai and Antra.
okay. You got it. No, that's also very difficult Hindi for them. Mool Mantra. You'll get it. Every song has
Sort of motive.
the main song, yeah. The main beginning of a song. What is your favorite song? Sing a song. So you'll understand what is Mool Mantra. So much time you don't have a favorite song?
Guru.
Okay, Guru Om. Guru Om is the same thing. That's a bhajan. Sing a song.
Like Kabhi Kabhi.
Okay, Kabhi Kabhi Mere Dil Mein Khayal Aata Hai. So that part keeps repeating again and again. That is called the Mool Mantra. See now how you understand. Bollywood you get it. Hollywood you get it.
In Telugu they say Pallavi and Charana. Pallavi is the main thing.
Yeah, but
Charana.
everybody doesn't understand these words. No, Bollywood you tell them, they'll get it. Okay. So then we'll start with the first Mool Mantra. If you don't have a question, we just do a Mool Mantra and then I'll give you a restroom break. Okay? Everybody has the shlokas?
Did you have a question online? The question is, can a bhakt feel connected with Guru and not feel like having to chase the Guru all the time? That is, feel that affection but not having to have the Guru in your physical presence.
Yeah, obviously not in your physical presence. You cannot have God in your physical presence anyways. We are not talking about the physical presence at all here. In fact, the more you are feverish about the physical presence, the less you are of a bhakt. Yeah, you are lost in the same thing that you were doing in the material world, running after the physical objects. Now in the spiritual world also you need a physical object. So again, you have not started your path. You are just sitting at the shore and singing songs. Yeah. Recognize what is the meaning of bhakti. That bhava, the root word bhakti has come from bhava. If bhava is not there, constant connection is not there, you have not started your path. Yes? Lots of people just remain philosophers and scholars. They come, they study everything, but they cannot establish the connection and they kick the bucket. Next lifetime, no problem. everybody takes their own time. If you are still interested in outside people's situations and things, you are still looking here and there rather than inside, you have not started your journey. Clear? Any other question?
Okay.
So this does not have the meter like we do the Sanskrit shlokas. So we just do the whole 40s and the whole Mool Mantra once, and then I'll explain to you word by word. Okay? एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पूरख
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पूरक
निर्भव निर्वैर काल मूरत
निर्भो निर्वैर अकाल मूरत
अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद
अर्जुनी सैभम गुर प्रसाद
जप
जप
आद सच
आद सच
जुगाद सच
जुगाद सच
है भी सच
है भी सच
नानक होसी भी सच
नानक हो से भी सच.
This is the Mool Mantra. It starts with ik. What is ik? Only one is there. See, it starts with such a high knowledge. A person who has not established a connection, can he understand the meaning of the first word? He'll just sing it for the sake of singing, like a Bollywood song. That's all. There is no Shraddha if there is no understanding. Yeah? Ik. Ik means only that one is there. How do I see it? How do I experience it? Did you experience it?
In the isness.
Yes, in that isness. Was that isness different for each of us?
No.
You all gave me the same answer, no? Was it born? Did you create it? Was it always there? Is it there now?
Yes.
Pakka? Can it be destroyed? Can my thoughts come and destroy it? It's so simple. Just that isness is there. And it is the same in each one of us. Each one of us is giving the same answer. Ik. One. Externally we might look like different packaging, but internally the essence is one. Very clear? Yeah. But why can I not see that one very easily? And what does the ego see?
External.
Ego sees the
Duality.
Dvaitam. Ego only sees Dvaitam. I am different and you are different. I automatically implies you. Yes? There is Dvaitam. Two comes up automatically. And does it stop at two? It's multiple. Like in the ocean, there are innumerable waves. The waves keep coming up, keep coming up, keep coming up, keep coming up. And all I see is the waves. I never focus on the ocean. But really, are the waves different? It is all the same ocean. Ik, only one. Yes? This is sufficient. If you get this, you've got Guru Nanak Dev. There's really nothing more to know. But if you don't get this, how much ever you by heart the 38 paudis, you might be a singer in the Gurdwara. Ille, nothing, no progress. Understanding this ik, this experiencing this ik, that is the goal of spirituality. Doesn't matter whether you are on the path of bhakti or you're on the path of jnana or karma yoga. Yeah? It doesn't matter whether you are very intellectual, it doesn't matter whether you are very sensitive, it doesn't matter whether you are a very simple person. It is for everyone. Ik, there is only one. And what is the name that one can give that ik? Could you give it a name, that isness that you experience? How to give it a name? Ram, Krishna, whatever, Buddha, Jesus, these are all man-made names. There is a name that you can give it which actually is not given by you. That which it is. What is it? Omkar. Why Omkar? Why Om?
Sound.
Yes. Om is the sound of the creation. So you might not know it, but the yogis who can meditate and go into samadhi for hours together, in that absolute silence, they can hear the sound of the creation.
Can hear it in the background.
Yes, yes. Once you have heard it, then you can hear it even with eyes open. Then it is there. Yeah. But you have to recognize this, that Omkar is not a man-made given name. It's not given by the little mind of humans. It is the sound of creation. Yes. Even the way the earth rotates, the cycles per second, that frequency is equal to the same frequency of the sound Om. So it is actually the sound of creation. All the planets, stars, they are in a particular sound. Even science has come to that point. Yeah, this sound of creation is very similar to the chant of Om. And that's why Omkar. Got it? That is its true name. Satnam means true name. Because it's the sound. It is not given by us. Yeah. There's another beautiful meaning for Satnam. There are two kinds of truths. There are two kinds of truths. One is deduced, logical, mathematical truth. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Yeah? Mathematical truth, deduced truth. But there is another truth which is existential. You cannot deduce it mathematically, but it is existential. Like beauty, art. It is existential. It cannot be understood or grasped by mathematics or by statistics or by logic. Beauty just is. Love just is. Can you measure love? How much ever science tries to measure, can it measure it? Can you size it? Are you getting this? Yeah? So there are two kinds of truth actually. It's not necessary that that existential truth can be grasped by mathematics or science, by logic. But it is there. And sometimes existential truth, which really exists, can be asatya, can be untruth. Tell me an example.
Sunsets in the mist.
Okay, beautiful.
Sky.
Okay. And something that we all experience every day. What is sat and still asatya?
The self.
What do you experience every day?
Sleep.
Dreams. It really happened to me last night. I really went through this forest and there was this ghost. Happened, no? Existential truth, but untruth. Asatya. Are you getting it?
But then Then how is it true?
Oh, it existed. It exists. Everybody sees dreams, but it is not true. It's the same as sky is blue. It's not true. Yeah? So there are these contradictions in this universe.
So existential truth always associated with Baba because you
With
just
power,
have-
yes. All the time. Yeah. Sat Nam encompasses both. He is both the existential truth as well as that deduced or logical truth. Is he different from that asatya of existential truth, of that dream? So asatya is also God. Are you seeing this? Truth is also God, untruth is also God. Whether it is existential truth, it is God. Whether it is mathematical or deduced logic, that is also God. Is there anything outside God? Tell me. Can anything be outside God? So who's running the show really? God. What does that mean?
He alone
not
is.
the-
He is the only doer. Next word. Karta Purak. Means
the one who
The one who does.
does.
the one who does it all. He is the only doer. He is the only doer. But my ego thinks, oh, I am doing, I am teaching. Now, prove it to me how I am not teaching.
Because you are that nothingness, not this body, mind, complex.
Perfect. I am that quiet isness that I experienced. I am not this body, I am not this mind. Did I create this body? Did I decide I'm going to be born on 20th August of 1976? Did I decide? Did somebody ask me? Okay. Did they give me a choice? These parents or these parents? Body looking like this or like that? India or America? Nahi na? So how am I the body? I don't even have a command on this body. That which I say is mine, I usually have command over. There is no command. Is it in my hands when this body will kick the bucket? How can I say I am this body? And how can I say I am this mind? Mind is just chaos and confusion. Everything is happening on its own. The existential truth, the deduced truth, and the asatya, that is untruth, keep playing in this universe, and they just bring thoughts, emotions, events my way. I am not these. They are just happening to this body. The moment you understand this and take a step back, you recognize, oh, he is Karta Purak. I am no one. Bhakt always goes from this angle that I am no one. It is you who does it all. I'm not even doing it. Is just not doing enough? Oh, I don't do, but I experience dukkha. Is this correct logic? Does this make sense? I'm not the doer, I'm not even the experiencer. It is not happening only to me or through me. I just am an instrument, and unnecessarily I've jumped into the drama and assumed responsibility. That is why I am dukkhi. That is why I am sad. The moment I recognize it's all a play of all this satya and asatya, this maya in this world, I just take that step back and establish in the isness again and again. Again and again, the mind will create some emotional drama and pull me. Happened, no? When you were doing? Again and again, the mind was pulling you out of the isness. Again, you came and stayed there for a few seconds. Again, it pulled you. Again, you stayed. Yes? Be with this. Don't give up on your mind. Because you keep giving up, the ego becomes stronger and it doesn't let you go deeper into meditation. Clear? So, just establish in that peace again and again and again. Big deal anyways, one day everything is going to be taken away from this body. Before that, you drop it. You drop attachment to people, to situations, to things, even to this body. नहीं तो एक दिन तो छूटना है. It has to go one day. If it goes from you in a way that it is snatched from you, your ego will not be able to be at peace at that last minute. And you will create more karma and again you will be born again. Yeah? Can I decide? Last minute I'll be established in the isness. Now I won't practice. Is it possible? What will I remember at the last minute?
Whatever we've been doing.
Yeah. Oh, my money. Oh, it's in this bank locker. I forgot to tell you. I've hidden it in this country. You'll be stuck. You'll be stuck. So before you hit that last moment, practice how to die. Drop these attachments. Let go. Willingly be ready to die. A bhakt is always ready to die. So homework number 1 for you, or question number 1 for the day. Are you ready to die yet? Write it down.
Ego is also existential truth, which is untrue.
Which one?
Ego.
Ego. Absolutely. Perfect. And who does not want to die in you? Ego. But you know, no, at death the ego has to die. 3 days. 3 days it holds on to, my wife, my husband, oh my money, I can't touch it. The body is dead. It still is all around the place trying to still eat that rasgulla sitting on the dining table. It still wants to hug a child. That ego keeps you still roaming around the body after 3 days also. The less you work on your ego while living, the more you will suffer at the time of death. The longer it will be. And who's responsible for that? I am doing it to myself. This ego that is so overpowering right now, this needs to surrender. And that is the path of bhakti. What is the quality of this ego that does not want to surrender? Bhai. Fear. What is the next word in the Mool Mantra? Nirbhav. What is Nirbhav? Devoid of fear. God or that isness is devoid of fear. Fear is only really for the body. You just think it is for my child, my husband, my wife, other people should be fine. I don't care about myself. No. You're fooling yourself. Self-foolery, I call this. You are very attached to this body. That is why you are attached to that of this body. Son of this body. Husband of this body. Wife of this body. Are you getting this? You are super attached to your own self. Recognize this. This is the biggest bhai, biggest fear. Drop. This body is going to drop anyways, how much ever I hold on to it. It's silly to be so attached to it. Just be. What is. He has brought something my way and it's fine. If it's a little disease, big deal. Your car also falls sick. It also goes to a doctor. Mr. Mechanic is the doctor. Yeah? That time you happily take your car. Yeah? But when you're sick here, there is no acceptance. Are you seeing this? One little cough, cold, and you're like, I have a cold, I have a cold. You're repeating to yourself, I have a cold, I have a cold. Even if that cold was bound to go in one day, because you kept saying 100 times, it elongates for 3 more days. It's the law of attraction. God thinks, oh, she probably likes the cold. That's why she keeps saying, I have a cold, I have a cold. Yeah, God gives it to you for 2 more days. Bonus. Yeah? Stop being so attached to your diseases. Big deal. It's a machine. This machine can go kaput and that's fine. Do your oiling, greasing, whatever, and be done. Stop being so attached to the body. And then stop being attached to those of this body. Yeah. One day you are also going to kick the bucket and one day they are also going to kick the bucket. What is this is the truth of life. And is it in my hands to stop any of this? तो क्या तुम्हारा ego यार? You can't stop anything. You can't make anything happen. And look at your ego. So big. Recognize this. This is all happening by a higher command. Somebody else takes care of it. Just surrender. Surrender the worries. Because by you worrying, that situation does not go away. You know this? But you still keep worrying, no? Why do you do this to yourself? The more you worry, the more you are burning inside. Have you recognized this? This is dukkha. Understood? This is what Buddha clarified. Buddha said that dukkha is not that which comes from external people, situations and things.
Self-acquired dukkha.
Yes. Dukkha is that which I go on churning in my head. It just comes once from outside. But in my head I go on and on and on and on and on and on. I even dream about it, even in my sleep. It's there. First thought in the morning, it's there. This is dukkha. Are you getting it? Yeah. Who is causing this dukkha? I have caused it to myself. One person in your life you don't like. See how much you think about that one person. Constantly you are thinking about him or her. You think about that person more than the person you really, really love. You don't think about your child so much. How much you think about that person you hate. What is this? Where? Where in the heart? Yeah? And God or that isness is nirvair, the next word in Mool Mantra. Nirvair is devoid of any aversion or hatred or enmity, any negative feeling that can take away my pure bhava of peace away. That is where. Now, whose responsibility is it that I maintain an inner environment of nirvair? My responsibility. Once somebody comes and says, I hold on to it and I make my inner environment impure by continuously thinking about it. And bhaktas are fantastic. They can generate where in the heart. They are radiating hatred. Recognize this is what I'm doing. And one very important thing yesterday Guruji said in the video, that those who have a lot of dvesha, what happens to them? Do you remember? The body becomes sick. Do you remember him saying that? Yeah? He said, with dvesha, with cultivating dvesha in your mind, your body becomes sick.
Fear is also dvesha.
Fear is also a dvesha. Any negative emotion in you is dvesha. Very clear? Any negativity.
Here, the thing is like, Ek Omkar, I understand like everything is one. There is no duality. There is no duality, there is no one. But here, the case is in a worldly thing, if I am doing a mistake, here I means a body mind complex, made a mistake. And I think, oh, okay, that mistake has happened, it was supposed to happen that. Okay? Now, in a worldly manner, the next person would say, hey, that's a mistake.
That's okay.
You need to improve on that one.
Now this is where we have to work, na? We were so used to the material world of living. In the material world, ego goes very forward, goes ahead in life, gets more money, stamps on other people's feelings and emotions, hurts others and goes up in the corporate world. And you see also them, oh, see, he's become a manager, but he kicked that person out. He stamped on somebody else's position. Ego works there. So you feel, oh, this is the way, even in the spiritual path. But it is exactly the opposite. Exactly the opposite. That's why I gave you Nanak's stories yesterday. Yeah? A person on the spiritual path is not craving or thirsting anymore for material gains, because he recognizes the more I have run through ego to gain materially, the more I have created karma and the more I have got lost in the Maya. So now when he realizes this, recognizes this, he takes a step back, yet he has to stay in the samsara. He has to work in the samsara, but he works from that peace, which means even if he has to go to the position of CEO, he will not step on another person and go. Yes? He will take the longer route, doesn't matter, but do it with truth, with honesty, with compassion, with love. And if a mistake happens on the path, that is also God's, not just this success that is happening. That mistake is also God. No doership.
But here, when that body mind complex doesn't get complacent with the things.
No, not at all.
Because
In fact, you are.
It is going to happen, it's like that way, okay, fine.
No, in fact, you're so much in the isness. Isness is present moment. You're more here. You're not caught up in your thoughts and emotions. Only thoughts and emotions tell you, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Why did you do this? See, you're bad. Your thoughts and emotions only beat you up. Your thoughts and emotions only make you feverish. It's not really the external project or job that you have. That's very simple, straightforward in the present moment. Yeah. So in fact, such a person finishes 8-hour job in 2 hours. 6 hours, he's free. Yeah, you'll see such people are super productive, very clear, very stable and settled in life. They are not feverish to attain something. They can very easily give. Yeah, they're not holding on. You want this makes you happy, take all yours. There is no holding on in life. And because there is no holding on, no grasping, things come even more. Because there is no thirst only for things. But you can't say first, let everything come, then I will drop it. No. Yeah. The beauty of Guru Nanak Dev's teaching is that you live in the samsara but like a sannyasi. You do everything, every action as if it is for God. I offer every action to God. Nothing is mine. This money, this children, this family, everything I take care of, but I am always facing the jungle. This is the Punjabi poetry that we have. So I'm always facing the jungle. Why jungle? Sannyasis always want to just go away into solitude. So he says, no, you don't. That is also not right, running away from your family. You be in the world, but you be a sannyasi in the world. Got it?
Also, the word complacency belongs to the ego because he's not happy with what is and I want to be better.
But wanting or having to be better, why it is bad?
It's not wanting to be better is not bad. It's not bad at all.
Then how that can be ego?
Ego only wants to be different. I want to be better than
Myself. Like whatever I do, I need to be get better.
you. Just focus on whatever I'm doing, I do 100%. Maybe it is not written for Prasanna to be better than this. He is already perfect. Then all your life, for the next 40 years, you will keep thirsting for that which is not bound to come. 40 years of your life, you have thirsted, feverish. You're running a marathon in your head for 40 years. Worth it? That's what Nanak taught. He said, you be with what is. It's coming up very soon. Drop, he says, drop. This also questioning that is coming up is coming out from fear. I want to protect that which I have made. My house, my family, my money, my career. Oh, I have to continue working. Yeah, you will continue working. Yeah, the teaching is to be in this samsara, yet be a sannyasi. As in, sannyasi from within. Nothing touches. Sannyas means the one who is centered. You've seen the wheel, no? And the axle of the wheel. How much ever the wheel rotates at the periphery, does the axle go anywhere? Axle is always there, like that. Be established in that isness. Be centered. Doesn't matter what is happening at the periphery. People, situations, things, job, money, boss, promotion, financial trouble, this dukkha, disease. Whatever is happening, let it happen. You take the action while being established in the isness. In isness, there is no feverishness. Feverishness comes when you drop away from this isness and become one with what is happening at the periphery. That becoming one with that periphery is ego. Then that ego wants to get more, be better. But it does not understand why it is doing it. Yeah? Wanting to be better is not a bad thing. But recognize why you want to be better, why the ego wants to be better. It's thirsting for something, but does not know what that thirst is. So what does it apply to? External. Are you getting it? In my job I should be better, or I should become a manager, or I should get money, or I should become an art of living teacher, or I should become some major yoga teacher, whatever. Get better. This ego does not recognize, oh, the thirst is something else. The thirst is for that peace. The moment you recognize that, this isness is what I was thirsting for, and you just establish there, then everything you just do at the periphery, knowing that it is not in my control. By I wanting to be better in a job does not make me better. Have you noticed this? Some people keep craving for something all their lives and it never comes their way. Have you seen that?
Actually, it's a play of ego. Maybe if you accept as is, you may go deep inside and you may calm yourself. But once ego that pokes, you are running behind that again. It's not letting you go deeper inside.
Perfect. Ego is the obstacle. Being better is coming only from that ego. Recognize that it's just the thirst directed in the wrong direction. When you direct it in the right direction and you just be, then everything is very simple. Life is not so complicated really. Even your jobs, the most technical jobs are not so complicated. You can really excel at them if you're established in that piece, not by wanting to be better. Just by being established, you automatically become better. See, now your ego took only that much part. I said, okay, I'm going to get better. थोड़ा भी ego बचाओगे ना, पूरा बच जाएगा. If you save a little bit also of your ego, the entire ego comes along. It's like that lizard that how much ever you cut its tail, it grows it back, no? Like that your ego is, the big reptile. Yeah? That big lizard. It keeps growing it back. Don't try to save it at all. It's an all or none law. And you've recognized it, no? How many times, how many sessions you've done on ego. You let go and it grows its tail back.
Even if you accept this body-mind complex as it is, that ego pulls you outward the relations which are related to this body. If you are satisfied with yourself, it brings you to your kids or your husband or whoever. See, he needs to get better, our kids needs to get better. That kind of keep you always.
You think you are driving the show, you are running the show. Very, very false idea. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Wake up from this illusion. It's Maya. And especially because we are so much in the heart, we tend to get bogged by lots of emotions and Maya pulls us down. We cannot see clarity. It is our job to again and again from that emotion come to a purer emotion like gratitude, and from gratitude move to that feeling of expansion and then establish in the isness. Only we can help ourselves. Nobody else is going to do that. So recognize this thing. How much ever you say, God will take care of me, God will take care of me. God has taken care of you. He's told you, do this. Who has to do it? Are you getting it? I have to do it. And again and again, letting go of that emotional clouds and coming back to that sky of peace. That background of peace. That is who I am. Super clear? Isness is very, very clear. So far clear?